Hey folks, welcome back to Week 6 NFL Picks. So I apologize about this video, coming up a little bit late because of the fact that I just unfortunately um completely forgot about doing the NFL picks, but that's okay. Just like I said, just sorry about the delay and stuff. But anyway, as for week number 5, it was pretty much an okay one. Some of the matches were, I'm sure, pretty good to some people and some weren't. But we have two teams at bye weeks for this one, and they are the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. And as for our first game, we have Thursday Night Football between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. My pick is the Eagles in this one over the Giants. Um, I say Eagles 26 and Giants 18. And let me just get up some things from the last week. One is usually I like to have the games like from the week before, like from what happened with those. So there you go. The Eagles, I believe are coming off a bye week. Yeah, I think they are. I think the Eagles are coming off a bye week. I think so, or I really can't tell, but no, they came off a loss to the Vikings. Sorry about that. And the Giants come off a loss to the Panthers. So like I said, Eagles over the Giants, 26 to 18. All right, now we'll move on to our 1 o'clock games. We'll do this one. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. I am going with the Falcons in this one. The Falcons are off to a disappointing start. The Buccaneers got off to a great start, but now they are starting to lose their games a little bit. But I pretty much said, again, I'm going with the Falcons over the Buccaneers. 27 to 16. Then we have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Redskins. I'm going with the Panthers. I like them more than the Redskins. Redskins been doing all right, and the Panthers doing pretty well. So Panthers 26 and Redskins 21. We have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Oakland Raiders in Oakland. The Oakland Raiders only got just one win, and the Seahawks with 2 wins. My pick definitely is the Seahawks in this one. The Raiders are off to a disappointing start, but my pick pretty much is the Seahawks. So there you go. Seahawks 26 and Raiders 23. I think it's going to be a pretty close one. Then we have the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. I'm going with the Jets in this one. The Colts only have just one win, but I just like the Jets more. So, Jets 23 and Colts 18. Then we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. I'm going with the Vikings in this one. The Cardinals just have one win and have a new quarterback starting. Josh Rosen or something like that. I don't think they won. Yes, they did. They won against the 49ers, and yeah, but I don't think about them facing the Vikings. Not sure about this. The Vikings are coming off a win against the Eagles, so once again, Vikings over the Cardinals, 26 to 16. Then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati, and the Steelers are doing pretty well after coming off their loss against the Ravens, from that Sunday Night Football matchup. But they did wind up winning against the Falcons in a blowout, pretty much. And the Bengals come off a victory against the Miami Dolphins. Yep. So I'm actually going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers in this. I think they're going to stop the Bengals win streak for right now because they're on a streak right now. The Steelers, they're doing pretty well, even though I don't pick them a lot. But in this case, I am. The Bengals are doing pretty well too. But once again, Steelers over the Bengals, 33 to 28. Then we have the San Diego. Yeah, San Diego. Well, it's in California, but it's not San Diego anymore. It's Los Angeles. The LA Raiders. God, Raiders? The Chargers, not the Raiders. Good grief. Let's try this again. The LA Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns upset, in my opinion, the Ravens by getting the win in overtime. Barely. And the LA Chargers are doing pretty well with the 3-2 record as they come off a win against the Raiders. And I think the Chargers are going to get this victory over the Browns because I like the Chargers more in this one. The Browns honestly didn't do so great against the Ravens, even though they barely won, like I said. But I think the Chargers are pretty much going to get the win in this one. 26-13. We have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Houston Texans in Houston. The Buffalo Bills come off a win by 1 point against the Tennessee Titans, and the Houston Texans come off a win against the Cowboys in overtime on Sunday Night Football. And I'm going to go with the Texans, because I think, even though it was not a blowout or anything like that, but it was a win. But both of these teams, the way they're averaging, for points, like the way they did last on Sunday, you know what I mean. So pretty much, give me the Texans in this one over the Buffalo Bills, 23-16. And we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins in Miami. This is a pretty decent matchup. The Chicago Bears are doing pretty well, and the Miami Dolphins did get off to a good start, but now have lost 2 straight, I believe. The Bears, I believe, are coming off a bye week, so the Bears are looking pretty good, and are looking for a win in this one. And I'm actually giving them the victory in this one because the Dolphins, have been on a losing streak, like I said, but I think the Bears are just going to get the win, pretty much. So, Bears 23 and Dolphins 21. I think it's going to be pretty close. Now we move on to our 4 o'clock games, and first one is the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. The Rams looking to continue their undefeated streak as the Rams come off the win against the Seattle Seahawks, and the Broncos wound up coming off a loss to the Jets. So, I actually like the Rams. I really do. I think they're going to pretty much continue their streak. I mean, they're looking pretty good so far, and I still think that they're going to keep it up. The Broncos, were doing, okay at first, but I like the Rams more, like I said. So, Rams for the win, 32-18. Probably a little bit, weird that I'm saying it like that, but it's a prediction. Next one, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. The Jaguars faced the Chiefs, I believe, and they wound up getting the defeat, and the Cowboys lost as well. So one of these teams is looking for a win, but we don't want to see a team get another tie. I mean, it almost happened in one game, but for this one, actually there were a couple games that were in ties and went to overtime. So anyway, I honestly like the Cowboys more in this one. I think they're gonna rebound from that Sunday night football game and get the win barely over the Jaguars. 23-18. I know it's kind of crazy, but like I said, it's a prediction. And now the next one is, of course, this one. The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. So yes, the Ravens did not look good at all against the Cleveland Browns. Joe Flacco completely, was doing pretty well, but there was this one problem there, and you pretty much know what I'm talking about. But, you bring in Lamar Jackson for a few plays, and, he tried to do his best. Alex Collins did all right. He did rush a little bit, and the defense was all right, but after that, it just started like messing up a little bit. But like I said, this is a game that we should not have lost. I mean, I was hoping we were gonna win, and we pretty much, should have won that game. We definitely should have. The Cleveland Browns. It's a rivalry game as well, like what happened with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Thursday night football game against them, the Cincinnati Bengals. But this should be a pretty good matchup, and I am definitely picking the Ravens in this one because I think that they're pretty much going to be looking for a win, and I think that they will. And I'm hoping that they get the win. I'm definitely picking them to win over the Tennessee Titans. Like I said, and not only that, Michael Crabtree did drop a few passes in the game that a lot of people are pretty disappointed about because of the fact that there was one where he should have caught that game-winning touchdown, but no, he dropped it. So, but they'll probably, work on that, and he'll probably get some more catches, but John Brown's been doing pretty well, and Willie Snead's doing pretty well, and a couple of the tight ends are doing well too, but I'm pretty sure they're going to work on some stuff with Michael Crabtree because some people are starting to say that this trade or ever getting Michael Crabtree is starting to be a disappointment. So, pretty much, like I said, I'm definitely picking the Ravens over the Titans. So, 23-17 in this one, I say. All right. And that brings us to our Sunday night football matchup, and this one will probably be a really, really, really awesome game. Your Honor, I really, really, really need a continuance. Overruled, Mr. Reed. Good call. The color of this pen is... The color of this pen is... The color of this pen that I hold in my hand is royal blue. But I'm not, saying it like that, but pretty much, I'm actually going to say for my prediction for this one, yeah, this definitely should be a really good matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs are still undefeated, and the New England Patriots looking to get a win as well. The Patriots come off a victory, I believe. Yep, against the Colts on Thursday Night Football. So pretty much, yeah, this definitely should be a pretty good matchup. But I'm actually going to pick the Kansas City Chiefs. I definitely think it's going to be a pretty close one, though. And I think, it's going to be a pretty good matchup between these two teams. So, so let's settle. Settle. And give me the Kansas City Chiefs for the win over the Patriots. 26-23. I think it's going to come down to like a field goal, like in the fourth quarter or so, maybe. But we shall see. So once again, Chiefs over the Patriots. Go Chiefs, go Chiefs. And then that brings us to our Monday Night Football matchup. Our dun 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 bum 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 bum. Everybody probably gets a kick out of that sometimes, but we'll see. So, we have a matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. 49ers just with one win, and the Packers with 2 wins. This is a pretty decent matchup, but pretty much I'm in favor of the Packers in this one. I like them in this one more than the 49ers, and I think it's going to be, a win to the Packers. So there you go. Go Pack, go, as I say. Packers 28 and 49ers 16. All right, so that's it. So as always, you are welcome to comment below and say your picks as well if you want to. And as always, what I usually say, you know, you can always like put your predictions below if you want to. So as always, if you do like this video as well, please hit the like button, comment if you have something to say, no negative stuff as well. Subscribe, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, and you all take care, and thanks again for watching this video, and thanks again for watching, you all take care.